Here is everything that you need to know about Disneyland to make sure that you have the best stress-free time possible with your family. I'll be giving you the whole breakdown in these next few minutes, as well as super useful tips you need. Let's get right into it. Okay, first things first. Here's something to bear in mind. Disneyland isn't just Disneyland, it's actually two parks. So there's Disneyland, and then there's Disney California Adventure. They're right next to each other, so if you get a ticket to hop between them, you can do it super easily. No need for buses or anything like that. You just stroll through downtown Disney, which has a bunch of cool shops and restaurants. Disneyland is much smaller compared to Disney World. It's only about 500 acres, while Disney World is like a whole city, over 27,000 acres, about the size of San Francisco. All right, now let's talk about where you're going to stay. You've got three main options: the hotels, the parks themselves, and the downtown Disney district. Among these, there are 3 Disneyland hotels if you're all about that immersive experience. There's the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, the classic Disneyland Hotel, and the Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. Staying in one of these has perks, like being super close to the parks and getting to enter them 30 minutes early every day. But, fair warning, they can be pricey. We're talking anywhere from $300 to $900 per night, depending on which one you pick. If you're looking for something cheaper but still close by, there are plenty of Good Neighbor hotels. These are partnered with Disneyland and offer more affordable rates. There are over 50 of them, each with its own pros and cons. Just hop on the Disneyland website to check out the listings and see which one suits your needs. Many of them are within walking distance, so you won't have to worry about long commutes after a day of Mickey-filled adventures. Now, let's dive into the delicious world of Disneyland food. I'll be here forever if I cover every great spot you can eat at, so I'll cover just the basics and types of restaurants you'll find around the parks for now. First, we have standard sit-down table service restaurants. These are your typical sit-down meals with a more extensive menu than quick-service spots. You can enjoy comfort classics or try something different like Cajun-inspired dishes or Italian fare. Next up, we have quick-service locations. These are your go-to spots for affordable fast food options. You'll find things like hot dogs, pizza, and chicken tenders, as well as unique dishes like bread bowl soups and Marvel-themed dishes. Then there are themed and signature dining restaurants. These places take the immersive experience to the next level with themed decor and higher prices. Think Blue Bayou in Disneyland or Carthay Circle in Disney California Adventure. Moving on to character dining, which is like themed dining, but with interactive character interactions. While you eat, Disney characters will come to your table for meet and greets. Prices for these experiences vary, often with fixed pricing. One important note: for table service, themed, and character dining, you'll need to make advanced dining reservations. You can usually book these 60 days before your trip, but some places might have last-minute availability or wait lists, which you can check on the Disneyland app or at the restaurant. If there's a specific restaurant you want to visit, definitely book in advance. Now let's talk about Disneyland rides. Many of the rides are perfect for the whole family that are packed with cool themes, slow-paced, and filled with impressive animatronics and high-tech stuff. Then there are the more thrilling rides like the coasters and Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Breakout Drop Tower. Just remember, you might need to be a certain height to ride these, so check the height requirements on the Disneyland app or website before you go, especially if you're bringing younger kids. Besides rides, there are plenty of other attractions to enjoy, like immersive shows, character meet and greets, parades, fireworks, and of course, lots of gift shops. Now here's a key tip for planning your trip. Keep an eye on the Disneyland website for park hours and events. Park hours can change very often. Sometimes the parks stay open late, even till midnight, but other times they might close earlier for special events. Showtimes, including the iconic fireworks above Sleeping Beauty Castle, can vary too. No need to leave it to chance, though. The hours and events calendar on the website keeps you in the loop, updating you at least a month ahead of time. All right, let's talk about getting around at Disneyland. You've got 4 main ways to go. The monorail, walking, hotel buses, and driving. Walking is a breeze within Disneyland itself. But if you'd rather hop on the monorail to get into the park quickly, head to downtown Disney District near the Lego store. Just remember to have your ticket and reservation handy since it takes you straight into the park. If your hotel isn't close enough to walk, you've got other options. Ride shares like Uber or Lyft can drop you off at either downtown Disney or Harbor Boulevard, which is close to Anaheim Hotel, and a short walk to Disneyland. If you're driving, there are 3 parking options: Mickey and Friends, Pixar Pals, and Toy Story parking. Signs will guide you, but heads up, the first 2 parking structures require a bit of a walk to the entrance, so trams are available to help. And if you're at Toy Story parking, Disney shuttles can take you in. Oh, and about parking fees, it's around $30 a day, so make sure you include that in your budget. All right, now let's talk about how to avoid those long lines at Disneyland. To skip the big lines, you can use lightning lanes. They let you jump ahead to shorter lines. You can add this to your ticket or vacation package in advance for around $25 per ticket per day, or buy it when you enter the park through the Disneyland app. Lightning lane selections can only be made once you're in the park. You need to be there to use lightning lanes. The other option is buying an individual lightning lane pass. This lets you pay to skip the main line for certain popular rides like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, and Radiator Springs Racers. The price varies, usually between $7 and $25, depending on how busy it is and when you're riding. Now let's talk about Disneyland ticket prices. They're a bit of a roller coaster themselves. You've got 2 main options: one-day tickets or multi-day tickets. And if you want to bounce between parks on the same day, you can add Park Hopper to either option for a bit extra, starting at 11 a.m. Now, for one-day tickets, the cost depends on the day you go. They've got this tier system, with cheaper days labeled Tier 0 and pricier ones as Tier 6. Generally, off-peak times like back-to-school season are cheaper, while holidays and spring break are more expensive. But if you're going for multiple days, the price is set, no matter when you go. For detailed prices, check out the Disneyland website. And remember, after buying your tickets, you'll need to make a park reservation to secure your spot. Let's talk about what to do with your Disneyland tickets once you've bought them. You've got a couple of choices. First, you can get a physical ticket, like a regular plastic card, kind of like a credit card, or you can choose to get an e-ticket, which they'll send to your email. With the e-ticket, you can either print it out or keep it on your phone. As long as it has a barcode, you can just scan it to get into the parks. You can buy your tickets on the Disneyland website or through their app. If you use the app, you can also use it to scan your ticket when you're going into the parks. Or you can go for the Magic Band Plus. It's a handy wristband that's connected to your Disneyland account and can be your park ticket. You can buy one online or at some shops in the park. To set it up, just tap it to the back of your phone to open the Disneyland app and follow the instructions. It's an easy way to keep track of your ticket. Speaking of which, the Disneyland app is your best friend for navigating the parks. It's free and super handy. You can make lightning lane reservations, manage dining, check ride wait times, link tickets and hotel info, order food on the go, and even find your PhotoPass pics. It's like having a whole toolbox in your pocket. I recommend downloading it well before your trip so you can get the hang of it before you go. I hope you have a great time in Disneyland and that you found this guide helpful. If so, I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe for more videos like this.